Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back to Belle's Library. I'm your host, Heather, and this is going to be my June TBR, or, for those of you who don't know what that acronym stands for, to be read. So, let's get cracking. So this is my pile of to-be-reads for the month of June. Now, I know it's kind of reflective. I apologize about that. So the books that I have on my to-be-read list for June is Cinder, which I actually just recently completed, but I wasn't able to film this before I completed it or anything like that. So I just want to let you know this was on my to-be-read list for this month. The next one is what I'm actually currently reading. It's Uglies by Scott Westerfeld, and I'm actually really loving this so far. And I will get into these books in a little bit more detail. So next is going to be The Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel, and the first book is The Alchemist. So that is the next one. Next is The Maze Runner by James Dashner, and I'm super excited to read this book for various reasons, which we will get to in just a minute. And last is The Mockingjay, woo, by Suzanne Collins, because everyone needs this in their life. Right? Am I right? Am I right? That's what I thought. The book that I want to talk about is Cinder. I did recently complete this, and this was on my to-be-read for a very long time. I finally bought it like a while, I don't know, probably before Christmas. And I bought it, and I was super excited to read it because this just sounded super interesting to me. So as you could probably tell, based on the cover and the name, is that it's actually a different version of Cinderella. And I thought it was pretty cool because when I read the back, I found out that Cinder is actually a cyborg. And I was like, what a cool direction to go in, you know? I mean, you hear about, vampires, werewolves, wizards, witches, zombies is a big thing right now. And you're just hearing about all these really cool things, but now they're being a little bit overdone. And when I heard that this was actually about a cyborg, I got really interested because I was like, oh, that's different. I haven't read any books with a cyborg as a main character, let alone a character at all. So I was really happy that I got to pick this up. This is considered a dystopian novel, and it actually takes place post-World War IV in the Eastern Commonwealth, also known as New Beijing. They have a couple different things that they're, fighting against. One is the Blue Plague, also referred to as Letumosis, and if you want a full review, it does have spoilers, but if you want a full review on Cinder, you can watch my review on Cinder, which I do have a separate video for. But for those of you who don't want spoilers, I suggest sticking to just this for now. So I won't tell you how they got the disease because that's actually all in the book here, and I don't want to give too much away. Another one of the misfortunes or trials that they're having, one of the complications, is that the Lunar Queen Lavana, has landed on Earth. And, well, let's just say that's a really big problem. And that is why it's called The Lunar Chronicles. If you didn't pay attention to the teeny tiny font right here, Lunar Chronicles. So you actually get to know all about these characters, all about the struggles of Letumosis and having Queen Lavana on Earth, and why that's such a bad idea, why that's not a good thing. I enjoyed reading this so much. I would read this again. I believe I gave this 4 stars on Goodreads. Pretty sure I did. It was actually a really good book. I would read it again, and I cannot wait to read Scarlet and Cress, and then Winter, I actually believe just came out a little while ago. So I'm super excited to read the rest of the series and see what happens. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This actually, I can't really explain the world of this book, except that it's really weird. I'm not sure exactly when, so I don't know how to describe the when, but this world that Tally is living in, Tally is our main character, the world that she's living in is a world full of pretty people, and everyone that's normal is ugly, which is actually what it says on the cover. It says, in a world of extreme beauty, anyone normal is ugly. And I'm kind of looking at it like, well, that's not exactly good if someone who has self-image problems reads this book. I mean, I haven't finished it, though, so I'm not sure if it's one of those books where it kind of, like, pulls you up and reminds you, you know, everyone's beautiful. I don't know. I have never read this book before, but I'm excited about it. But essentially, in this world, everyone is pretty after they turn 18. Or, sorry, not 18, 16. On your 16th birthday, you basically get plastic surgery to everything about you. Like, everything. Your skin, your hair, your eyes, like, literally your eyeballs. Like, your sight, your lips, your nose, anything. Absolutely anything and everything. If you are too skinny, if you are too overweight, if you have the wrong size nose, the wrong color skin, like, these people are crazy in this world. But it's this, you know, they're trying to make this, like, perfect world, and they explain to their kids it's all about biology and blah, blah, blah. It's total crap. She meets a friend. Her name is Shay, and Shay is trying to say, like, you know, we shouldn't be living in this kind of world. There's more out there. Let's go explore. And that's actually essentially all I really know. I mean, I'm a little more than halfway through, so I know a little bit more, but I don't want to give that away. But they, you know, as far as I'm concerned, it's just kind of two worlds are starting to clash, and we're going to see what happens. I actually started this a while ago. It says I'm like 15% done, but I'm just going to reread it because I have no idea where I left off, and I don't want to be confused. And I am super excited for this because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. And one thing, okay, Nicholas Flamel has actually nothing to do with Harry Potter. Just, he was kind of introduced into the world of Harry Potter. Not necessarily that he relates to that world, but he was brought into that world. So it's kind of just like saying, here's a famous person, we're going to put an image of them in a magazine, even though we did not interview them. It's just that introduction of, hey, this person's real, or at least this person's real in history, or this person's real in fiction, you know, in fiction, but you know what I actually picked up this because I remembered the name Nicholas Flamel from when I was reading Harry Potter. And that entire series, you know, all about the Sorcerer's Stone or the Philosopher's Stone, Nicholas Flamel was the creator of it. So I'm going to actually take that part of Harry Potter, just the Nicholas Flamel, and he created the Elixir of Life in the Sorcerer's Stone. I knew he was an alchemist. Didn't really think he was a wizard. I knew Nicholas Flamel was an alchemist. And essentially, that's just science right there. So, I'm just going to take that part out of Harry Potter and put it towards here and see if they mention anything about the Sorcerer's Stone. Don't tell me if they do. I don't really care about spoilers. Someone could tell me how the book ends and I'm fine. But, like, as far as that, if it mentions the Sorcerer's Stone at all, don't tell me. Because I'm on a mission to find it myself. The truth. Nicholas Flamel was born in Paris on September 28th, 1330. The records show that he died in 1418, but his tomb is empty. The legend. Nicholas Flamel lives. The secret of eternal life is hidden within the book he protects, the Book of Abraham, the Mage. It's the most powerful book that has ever existed, and in the wrong hands, it will destroy the world. Which is exactly what Dr. John Dee plans to do when he steals it. And if the prophecy is right, Sophie and Josh Newman are the only ones with the power to save the world as we know it. Sometimes legends are true. And Sophie and Josh Newman are about to find themselves in the middle of the greatest legend of all time. That sounds wicked awesome, and because it actually just said right there, the secret of eternal life is hidden within the book he protects. Nicholas Flamel was immortal because of the Sorcerer's Stone. So, I'm going to say it totally has something to do with it, and I'm really excited, and I hope it actually mentions the stone and not just the book. But we will find out. So I'm really excited about this one. I don't really know so much about it other than don't go into the maze at night. It's a bunch of boys, and at one point the main character decides to go into the maze at night, you know, when he shouldn't have, because when the maze closes, everything changes, or I don't really know. But I am so excited to find out what is in store in this book. This is a super hyped up book. It is a super hyped up movie. I have not seen the movie at all, and I'm not going to until I read this. I am super excited to find out what they're all about, and I'm so excited. Alright, so those are the books in my TBR list for the month of June, and super excited. Can't wait. Gonna be loads of fun to read. Quite the adventure, I'm sure. And we're going to have a blast. And hugs and kisses, love, and keep on reading, because reading makes you smart, and smart people do smart things. So do that, shenanigans, and I should probably do some kind of awesome sign off, but I can't think of anything. So, so there's the blue plague, letumosis, and I won't tell you how they got it, or that's my dog. Shh. I am doing something right now. Alright, so I won't tell you how they got the disease or anything like that, because that's actually, you find that out in the book. Addie! Stop. Thank you. I won't tell you how they got the disease, because that's all I need. Oh my god, my dog. Okay.